We are going to start this afternoon's performance with a parade of the ships that are used in our side of the action. First up here, we come to the armed merchant vessel, the Jervis Bay. While the ship is principally a cargo vessel, she does play an important part in today's action. Like all of the ships in our fleet, she's over 20 feet long and was originally constructed for us by the professional boat builders up in Whitby and are lovingly maintained by the boat deck crew throughout the year so that we can continue to bring you this show. Following on from Jervis Bay, we come to RMS Asturias, a true scale model of the ocean-going liner. The RMS stands for Royal Mail Ship. And there she is, complete in every single detail. Following on from the Asturias, we come to Ark Royal. Again, another stunning piece of scale modelling. There she is, with the planes and the helicopters on her deck. Keep an eye out for those planes, guys. They play a super important part in today's battle. Ark Royal is followed by two very famous ships in the history of the Royal Navy. These are the 6-inch gun Leander class British cruisers, HMS Ajax and HMS Achilles. Ajax and Achilles, they are followed by a much older vessel. This is HMS Exeter. And despite the fact that Exeter is the older vessel, she actually carries the bigger cannon on her deck. She has the 8-inch guns. And you see, the thing is, people at Peasholm, these three ships here, HMS Ajax, Achilles and Exeter, will always be remembered for the epic part they played in the Battle of the River Plate, which is what our show today is based on. Because you see, the island behind me has been overtaken by the enemy, and the enemy. Always trying to sneak a ship into my parade, aren't you? Hey? Just get jealous, don't you? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, whilst the ship is here, I may as well introduce you. This is the mighty Franklin, the capital ship of the enemy fleet. A powerfully armed man-of-war, deck bristling with 11-inch cannon capable of dealing very heavy damage to our side. Go on, get off. Back to where you belong. Well, while the fleet sails away round the island to get into position for the show, let's have a little bit of housekeeping. Let's give that warship a big boo. Come on, 1, 2, 3. Yeah! The warship sails into position and begins to train its 11-inch guns on the convoy. As the Franklin starts to attack, the escort vessels get between the convoy and the warship. The escort vessels return their fire. But now, Achilles has contacted Ark Royal, who is sending her planes into the attack to defend the convoy. Here come the planes, everybody, diving into the attack. Let's have a cheer for the planes. Come on, 1, 2, 3. As the Franklin suffers bombing from the aircraft, she's in a bad way. She's belching black smoke and escaping to the safety of her own harbour. As she does, she is defended by the guns of the enemy shore batteries, opening up on the British fleet chasing her. The heavily defended island manages to secure the safety of their battleship. She's in a bad way. There she goes, belching the black smoke. She's been defeated in this round, but I don't think that's the last we're going to see of her. I think the enemy engineers might be able to fix her. But it would appear that our side's won the first round of the battle. Let's give them a cheer. Come on, 1, 2, 3. Well, I know you're on school holidays, kids, but you lucky lot just got a short lesson in naval military tactics. You did. Because you see, the whole way this works, right, is that the convoy, the cargo ships that are bringing the troops, the materials, the supplies, everything that's needed up to the front, they are protected by the escort vessels, the gunships. Yeah, you saw how that worked, didn't you? As soon as Jervis Bay and the RMS... Oh, that's all right. It's what? It's behind me! God, that's a surprise, wasn't it, grannies and grandmas? Well, in that case then, we better give the British Pride a warning. Let's boo that submarine. Come on, 1, 2, 3. Far away. She can't hear us. But then, oh, hang on. We're picking up some radio chatter from the submarine itself. It's coming through. The submarine commander has spotted the British Pride. He's issuing his orders to his well-trained crew. The torpedo officer assumes command of the periscope. Merchant vessel spotted. Bearing 040. Distance 1,800 yards, 1,600 yards. Locked on. Load the torpedoes. Fire 1! Fire 2! You see the torpedoes going through the water?
No.
Oh, you see those torpedoes?
No, we bought it.
Told you. You lot should have gone to Specsavers.
No, we were
That's the oh, God, that's new. As the torpedoes strike home with devastating effect, the submarine decides to finish off the helpless ship with a deck gun. That's not fair, is it? Give that submarine a... Come on, 1, 2, 3. The British Pride is taking heavy damage. She's on fire. She's been struck amidships. Her engine is completely blown. Her boiler is really on fire. Let's have a big R for the British Pride. Come on, 1, 2, 3. Like it's a ship full of men, not a cat video on TikTok. Into the Ark Royal. Here come the planes. Let's have a cheer, everybody. Come on, 1, 2, 3. There they go, diving into the attack. And as the enemy submarine suffers the bombing of the aircraft, she is soon to be finished off by the convoy sister Jervis Bay, returning to defend the British Pride. Let's have a cheer for Jervis Bay. Come on, 1, 2, 3. Come on, Jervis, what can you do? Jervis Bay's deck guns zero in. And the submarine starts to take heavy damage. Jervis Bay is relentless. Whoa! There's been a direct hit. The submarine's conning tower is on fire. The submarine has been defeated. Let's have a cheer. Come on, 1, 2, 3. Fleet Command now flashes new orders to Jervis Bay. And she is sent on a mission of mercy, combing the lake to search for survivors. Not just the survivors from the British Pride, Jervis Bay's in a right bad state. We're going to need to find some way to finally defeat that battleship. But Jervis Bay now contacts Bomber Command, and they send in the RAF. Let's have a cheer for the Royal Air Force. Come on, everybody. 1, 2, 3. As the bombers of the Royal Air Force close in on the hapless battleship, she is soon to be finished off by the escort vessels HMS Ajax, Achilles and Exeter, returning on the right-hand side of the lake to support the convoy. Let's have a cheer for the escort vessels. Come on, 1, 2, 3. The British cruisers zero in their guns. And the Franklin begins to take heavy fire. She's outgunned for sure this time. Whoa!
Oh.
Oops. The Franklin is keeled over. She's on fire. She's almost certainly been defeated. Let's have a big cheer. Come on, 1, 2, 3. Now, Combined Headquarters flashes new commands. The first of the bombers dives in. The attack on the island is on. Let's have a cheer. 1, 2, 3. The rocket attack begins. The guns of the enemy shore batteries have been silenced. The enemy defenders are completely demoralised. They hoist the British flag over the island. There it goes, Peasholm. Come on, let's have a cheer for the flag. 1, 2, 3. And apart from 1 or 2 pockets of isolated resistance, the British fleet can now sail to its new anchorage. But before they sail away to safety, let's have another parade of our victorious ships who have won today's battle.